Good morning, community of Durham, Lee, and Medbury. We're here today talking to Michael Williams. Michael is just completing his first term as the board member for our district, and it's been a very busy first term
That's true,
as a
yes.
school board member. So Michael, just to introduce yourself to the community, can you talk a little bit about yourself and your connections to Oyster River?
Sure, yeah. So our family has lived in Oyster River for 9 years now. We moved here in 2011, and we've lived in both Durham and now we live in Madbury. We've got 3 kids all in the school district between Moheramet and at the middle school, and one of those is a special needs student, so we have some connection to that part of the district as well. And I guess outside of kids and where we live, my day job is that I'm an engineer, and I lead an R&D team, a product development team that works on medical equipment and specifically dialysis machines.
Well, thank you, Michael, for introducing yourself to the community. As I said, it's been a really busy 3 years, and you've been right in the thick of it. So would you like to share with us why you are interested in this commitment? Because it is a commitment. It's a lot of evenings, it's a lot of work behind the scenes, getting ready for board meetings. Why are you willing to do this for virtually nothing?
Well, I think it's a really important part of what we do in our community. I'm a product of public education. I really believe in the mission of public education to create opportunity and accessibility for all children. So it's a way to contribute to that mission in general. But also, it has been a really interesting 3 years. I have learned a lot. There are a lot of really dedicated people with a lot of great ideas on the staff and the administration, in the parent community around the district, and it's really a pleasure to work with that group. I also think that I brought a little bit of a different perspective to the board with my professional background, and I think we've been able to come up with some solutions we might not have landed on otherwise with a different makeup of board members.
So, the big project that we're facing right now is the idea that it's time to tear down the old middle school and build a brand new middle school, which is a huge ask of our communities. Can you tell us why you feel like this is the time to make that ask?
Yeah, I think we really have a unique opportunity right now to make a big difference and lay some foundation work for a long time in the future. You look at what we deal with every day in the middle school, what teachers have to do to accommodate the layout of the building and the limitations of the building and the classrooms and library space, the cafeteria, music spaces, and the limitations and the burden that it puts on the facilities and custodial teams to take care of the building that we have today. You couple that with the opportunity we have with extremely low interest rates and the situation we have with other commitments across the district, and it's a really unique time to be able to do this without creating a shock for the community and also benefit teachers and students for the long run.
And then, that's thinking about the major issue that we faced in the last 3 years, but in the last 3 years there's probably other issues that popped to your mind that you were really pleased to be part of the discussion and coming to resolution on. When you think about your first term, besides the middle schools, what are some of the things that pop to your mind in relation to the last 3 years?
Yeah, well, I think one thing that I think has a very visible impact is we had a long discussion about the role of technology and devices, especially at the middle school level. And this is a situation where we had started off with conflicting viewpoints of a desire to limit social use of devices, but also a desire to have access to technology in the classrooms. And where we landed with the one-to-one device system, I think has worked out really well for everybody. So that's I think an accomplishment for all of us. There's some other areas where I think we have come a long ways and we have some work to do still. I think that we've had a good conversation about competency-based education and grading, and that's going to need to continue. I think we've had some good conversations about where world language fits in the district, and that needs to continue. And yes, we've addressed the one-to-one device situation at the middle school, but I think technology use in the classroom across the district is still going to be something that, as technology evolves and as teaching evolves, we'll have to continue to work together to figure out the right way forward.
Thank you, Michael. And then in running for your second 3-year term, what are the big issues that you see on the horizon or things that you look forward to working on?
Yeah, so over the next 3 years, obviously we're really hoping that the middle school be still a big part of that. A lot of the planning has been done for that, but there's still going to be, how do we continue class? How do we continue using the current middle school while construction is going on? And then how do we quickly and smoothly move into and finish up the project when we're ready to move everybody into the new building? I touched on a couple of the things that we still need to spend quite a bit of time on in the future: world language, competency-based education, and how we talk about competency-based education in the future. I think that communication in general, of how we talk about what the priorities of the school district are and how we engage with the community, is still an opportunity for improvement as well.
Great. And as you, final thoughts that you'd like to share with the communities of Madbury and Lee and Durham?
Yeah, it's really, a lot of us, myself included, our family included, moved here at least in part because of the quality and dedication of the school district, and it's really a joy to live in a place that does support public education as much as this community does. It really, there's a lot of things that we work on, there's a lot of things that we have to continue to focus on, but having that level of support really makes the work a lot easier and feel a lot better. So thank you to the community for that kind of ongoing support.
And thank you.